Do you guys have any comment on why there's no violence here today?
That's a great thing that there's no violence.
Right, so you would think that the people who are attacking the violence are probably listening to Bernie? Or who are doing the... No, I'm not. What do you mean alt-right, dude? I'm trying to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would think that that's a reasonable assumption, right?
I think that
the people...
that there isn't violence here today because we're on a platform of compassion, of
Okay,
human rights.
so the patriots or the people who protect the Constitution aren't here being violent. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay, so that breaks that narrative.
White supremacists are not here being violent.
What's that?
White supremacists are not here.
I don't know why you say white supremacists. How about upward economic mobility, as opposed to communism and Marxism? Right?
I don't know.
So
we can strategize.
Yeah, we
I know, but I'm not white. So why would you
I'm sorry, we got some work we have to do.
Understood. I'm just trying to say it's reasonable to assume.
Have a good day.
It's reasonable to assume that the people who are violent are not from the people who defend the Constitution. Agreed?
And at some point, we are firing.
Why would you say? You would think you would want to increase the discussion, because what we're trying to do is cross-pollinate. What we're trying to do is increase civility, as opposed to shut down speech. I'm a civil libertarian. So this seems like opposite of civil libertarianism is to shut down speech and to try to educate me why I'm wrong, while it's not right to defend the Constitution. All right. Well, good luck to you guys. Thank you. Yeah. Hey, did you guys encounter any violence outside?
I'm sorry, what?
Did you encounter any violence outside?
Any?
Violence.
No.
So there's the patriots who aren't violent.
I mean, I didn't.
No, that's reasonable to assume, right? The people who are violent are probably attending the event. Is that reasonable?
It doesn't make sense.
Okay,
This is a non-violent event.
Well, so was doing civil liberties thing in April 15th was, but they attacked patriots, people who just gathered to defend the Constitution.
I'm sorry, sir. You're not really making much sense right now.
Okay, there's no violence out here. So those people who you think are violent or would attack an event. Right, exactly.
I mean, we just had a huge amount of violence in our culture. We just had this bombing.
There's always going to be violence in our culture.
In the mail bomb.
Well, there was no violence there. It was attempted murder, right?
I'm going to.
No, it was no violence. It was attempted murder. Is my point.
I believe that counts as a violent crime.
Right.
Is violent.
Okay, what do you think happened?
Terrorism
April 15th?
is violent. That's
I don't know
violent.
what happened.
The Molotov cocktail. There was I thwarted a Molotov cocktail attempt at noon on April 15th.
But that's not violence. I thought you just said.
I know what he just said it was. So I'm just.
But you say
you and I agree.
Okay. I don't.
Well,
think,
there was violence because there was a whole fight, and first time Antifa got defeated. I don't think it was possible. I know. It's not. I'm not saying. All I'm just trying to. I was prevented, although I had cell coverage from live streaming. inside. So
I'm not sure.
no, I'm press. I'm trying to be adversarial to people in power. And the people in power here attack Americans. I mean,
Have a good day.
that's what happened, right? I mean,
I'm not really sure what you're talking about.
you're
but
not familiar with the whole Antifa and
I don't know.
Berkeley
I don't know what
mayor.
that is. So
You don't know what Antifa is?
So,
In any
have a
case-
good day.
Yeah, you too. Good luck to you. Hey, how you doing, gentlemen? Have a good day. Yep.
You have a better one, huh?
Yes, sir.
I wake up the next day. I go to sleep the next day. You know, I use my hands.
Hey, is there do you guys have any comment on why there's no violence here? Because the people who are violent are probably attending the concert, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, a year ago when there was a civil liberties rally, they were attacked by people in Berkeley.
Oh yeah.
You didn't hear about that?
No.
All right, okay. All right. Sure, that's funny. Hey there. Hey. Hey, you guys have any comment on why there's no violence today? So the people. No, my point is the people.
Because I'm out here. That's why.
Otherwise, you would be. Hold on. No, but a year ago, a year and a half ago, there was a lot of violence here in Berkeley.
I was out here.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I was out here.
I was too. All right.
Yeah.
And so my point is,
Well, but I wasn't out here
but it
observing.
blamed the violence upon the patriots who are falsely.
They didn't
accused of
show
being-
up today.
Yeah, right. Because they aren't violent. They defend themselves.
What are you, a Proud Boy?
Why would you? What are you?
why-
What are you? A Black Panther?
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
I
not
don't know.
ashamed.
Okay. Well, I'm
But
not.
you sound like you're like
Well, why
taking
why
up.
would you think I'm a Proud Boy?
Why would I think you're not?
Why
the
would
way
you
you're
think
talking.
You think that a patriot sounds like Proud Boys?
Yeah.
So then they seem like a pretty good group then.
What's wrong with it?
Right. Nothing.
Be what you want to be. Don't
Right.
be
Exactly.
ashamed.
I appreciate that.
Brother, stand up.
Right.
Be
Exactly.
what you want to
100%.
be. But I don't have to like you.
Well, I like you because you have a different opinion.
No, don't like me because I have a different opinion. Respect me because I'm a human being.
Well, you can. It's a different opinion. Well, you can reframe it however you want. But I respect people who defend the Constitution of the United States.
I appreciate the
Constitution's
fact
not
that you don't mail bombs to people.
Right. Exactly. How many people do that? How many people shoot Republicans on baseball fields? Right. That was a Bernie supporter. So let's not go there.
No, it wasn't. You can't prove
Oh,
that.
absolutely was.
Listen, white men do most of the gun violence in this country. They are the serial killers. They are the mass murderers.
What I talk
they
about-
go into schools. They go into churches. Today is synagogue. Don't try it.
Okay, so
Don't try it.
what you do is now you're applying a skin color filter to evil.
You can't out-talk me. Go away.
I'm trying to out-talk you. I'm just
I
saying.
just told the truth.
It's not skin color
I
dependent.
just told the truth.
It's not
You
skin-
don't
it's
want to hear
evil
the
and
truth.
violence.
And don't film me.
I'm part of the press here. I'm just trying to cover
No,
it.
no, but you need to ask my
No, I don't.
question.
Who told
Yes,
you
you
that?
do.
Absolutely
Yes,
not.
you do.
Not on
Well,
the sidewalk.
now, I'm saying don't film me.
Well, I'm saying I'm part of a national dialogue. You're literally doing a political event.
No, they aren't.
No, you are right now. You're supporting Price.
Yes, but that's an Oakland issue.
Right. Well,
That
I'm
has
from
nothing
Oakland.
to do with. Are you from
Absolutely,
Oakland?
absolutely. Who's Price? What's Price?
Vote
about?
for Pamela
All
Price.
right, I'll look at it.
No, but if I'll talk to you about her if you'd like to know.
Here, vote for
Okay.
Cat Brooks.
Well, Cat Brooks I made some guy get attacked by falsely accusing somebody as a Proud Boy in Oakland.
What?
She was a mayoral candidate. Some guy who had 2 foster children who were black children was attacked for wearing an American T-shirt in downtown Oakland. You didn't hear about that? It was during the BART thing where the gal got shot down, killed by that.
Mia Wilson?
Yeah, Neil Wilson. It was that night. Somebody was in a restaurant in downtown Oakland, or outside a restaurant. He was wearing an American shirt, and they just attacked him because she called him a Proud Boy.
don't remember.
Yeah, I know. So, so my choices now are between Price and Libby Schaff, right?
Well, and Libby Schaff
Reasonable.
is not an option, actually.
Okay.
If you care anything about Oakland, if you see the condition of our streets in
Right,
Oakland
right.
and how they've declined since Mayor Kwan left, then you know Libby is not a choice.
Okay.
Her ideas about helping the homeless have failed.
Right.
And they're
She's
not.
reactionary. I can understand
She's
that.
very reactionary. So we need someone who's in there who has the education, who understands criminal law because she has to deal with all of the departments in the
Exactly,
city,
right.
not just one. She has to work with the police. She has to work with the judges. She has to work with the DA. She has to work with everybody evenly
Will
and
she
fairly.
enforce laws against those guys who wear black masks that act like the KKK?
I don't know who that is.
Well, in Berkeley, a year and a half ago, there's dudes.
I was out here, I know.
Yeah, so dudes
You're
in black
talking
masks
about
who act like the KKK.
But who was that?
I don't know specifically because they wore masks. Well, they wore masks. So who specifically was a Hillary mentor? Byrd, Senator Byrd, right? He was
Hillary.
the Grand Master of the Grand Wizard.
What does that have to
Hillary?
do?
No, because you're asking about who's KKK or.
No, I didn't. I said
Okay,
who.
who's-
You said there were people in masks. I said who were they?
Antifa.
Well, they were Marxists, I believe, right? The Antifa, right?
I didn't ask everybody what their political
Yeah, but-
beliefs were, so I can't say that.
Okay, so true. So we can jump in and out of. You can try to blame white people for black violence and all this other stuff.
And now there you go again.
right? I don't understand that. I understand economic
What's your
mobility.
question?
No, you're the one who asked me who the people in black masks are.
No, you asked me. You presented
No, I'm
that
trying to say,
first.
will Price prevent that type of violence against
Well,
people
first
who?
of all, that occurred in Berkeley.
Right. I'm using it as an analogy.
She is going to be the mayor of Oakland.
Right.
So
That's my point.
she has no power over what
Right, but
goes
I'm using
on
it as
in
an
Berkeley.
I'm using it as a what if.
Well,
Since
it
you
will
rep-
never happen in Oakland.
Okay.
They will never come to Oakland.
Well, that's good.
Did you try
Good.
going to the balcony?
The white racists won't come, and the
Like
others won't
racist. I
come.
don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
that's not who attended.
From my yes,
Yeah,
they were.
no.
I was out there.
No.
I was out there.
Yeah, it was people who were defending
I was out
against
there.
students getting attacked. Maybe
What students?
The students who had Molotov cocktails on February. Yeah, that was what that was about.
I was
they were there to
I
draw
was
fire
right
from
out
people
there.
who throw Molotov
And
cocktails.
in April, it was out here. August.
See, but in your frame, you were misinformed then, because that's not. There
No, I
were
was here.
There weren't white supremacists. No, they
So
were.
you vote for
Yes, they
Ted
are.
Brooks
It would be-
and she voting for Price for mayor.
It would be like saying the OK sign stands for white power.
And who
That's how ridiculous that is.
for?
This right here, this three fingers.
Legislation.
Sorry,
What's your phone? It might
Hey,
pop
That's
out.
the
Your
American
purse.
Sign Language.
This means
or
okay.
asshole.
This means okay.
American Sign
Hey, I'm okay.
American Sign Language for asshole.
When you're a diver, that's what it means when you rap on your thing. It means okay.
It means
Well, it could mean whatever somebody
whoever
imagines.
chose that chose the bad.
No, it
that
doesn't.
means
because
asshole.
What if they chose it for say 3%
No white
of people?
Get out of Maloney territory. Go home.
What if it was 3% represented 3% of people who defend the Constitution in their minds?
I'm sorry, say it
The
again.
3% people.
No, what did you say?
The three. What if I said what if that sign stands for 3% of people?
Signs are meaningless.
Well,
That kind of stuff is with that.
okay, so I'm glad that you recognize, because I'm with you. I'm trying to prevent that Marxism from coming to Oakland, because I want to increase economic
You can't-
mobility in
This is a
Oakland.
democracy. People can have whatever kind of political beliefs they
But
want.
you said
They
patriots.
want.
man.
No, I did not.
Medicare.
I said.
tell you
I
about-
did
Well, you
say
call them
that.
white supremacists.
But they are.
No, the white
Patriot
patriots are white
prayers.
supremacists.
No, the Patriot prayers is who she was
No, the
talking
Patriot
about.
Prayers, I have a Japanese dude. I know, I met him. Joey Gibson. He's a nice guy. All he wanted to do was try
Joey
to talk.
Gibson is Japanese.
Yeah, didn't you know that? I'm just. I'm Japanese. I would be.
Get on out of here.
You don't know that, do you?
Get on out of
Isn't
here.
it? Was that blow your mind if you
You're
was?
bullshitting
No.
me so much. Get on
I'm
out of
done.
here.
But have a good day, though.
You too.
Yeah,
Bye.
good fortune to you. Wow, they don't really understand. You know, would you apologize if he was half Japanese, ma'am?
What the mouse at the
Have a good day.